So we're on our way to Cape Disappointment Lighthouse. So there's some of the trail. It's, I'm going to say, easy so far. So we'll see where it takes us. And again, it feels good to get back to having my morning walks in the morning. I did the North Head Lighthouse yesterday. That one's handicap accessible, so you can take the pathway where somebody in a wheelchair can go down. So I'm on the trail for the lighthouse, and I come across this. I'm at a fork in the road, and it says Dead Man's Cove Trail to the right. And then in small print it says Lighthouse, but then when I look over there it says a big sign that says Lighthouse. Like, what the heck? Like, look, somebody did a little skeleton at the lighthouse. But coming up here, there's a big sign that says Lighthouse. I don't know if that's picking it up or not. This is the Lewis and Clark Interpretation Center that I visited back in early June when I had all that rain and was getting ready to leave Cape Disappointment. Just a gorgeous day today. So we went up to the lighthouse. Now I'm making my way down. Of course, going down is much easier than going up. And I'm going to head to Westport next. And struck out at Westport. So this is Ruby Beach. Yep, it's raining. And this might be one of my last beach walks in the U.S. We'll have to see what tomorrow brings. Welcome back. Well, I am in Forks, Washington, and it's raining. So, did the Ruby Beach yesterday, and it was raining there too, but probably not as hard as it's raining right now. I don't know what to do. There is actually a gift shop just down the way, the Sasquatch one. I am going to go in there so I can pick up some souvenir t-shirts for my kids. Make my way to Port Angeles. Interestingly enough, I'm putting this up as part of a video of me leaving the US and coming back into Canada. I did end up taking the ferry from Port Angeles over to Victoria on Vancouver Island. Nice ride. And to me, this whole trip, it's about the moments. It's about stopping and talking to people. And what happened on the ferry was very interesting. This young man, I think he's in the Navy. He's stationed nearby Port Angeles. I'm not sure if they have a naval base in Port Angeles or if it's Seattle. But he has a girlfriend in Victoria. Now, I don't know if she lives in Victoria or just outside of Victoria. I can't remember that detail. But he is from, I believe, South Carolina. Just a nice young man, like in his 20s. And he's enlisted, and we chatted a bit. I have great admiration for those that enlist and believe so strongly to enlist and believe in their country that much. We chatted, and you know, my father was a World War II vet, and so I have a huge respect for when I come across memorials for veterans, and I've showcased a few of them in my videos. But it was just, for 2 hours we talked. For 2 hours we talked on and off about things, about differences in the US versus Canada. And he was just a sweet young man. So it's those things, you know, or when I was up on the story column, you know, that other widow. Now here's somebody traveling with a friend of hers, you know, and we talked a bit about it, and we had a common connection right there. You know, I can completely understand where she's coming from. It turns out her husband, and some of you will remember this, was in Calgary. He dodged the draft back when you had the Vietnam War. And I grew up in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, which is across from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. We saw a lot of draft dodgers. So whether we agree with it or not, it happened. It was part of history. Stopped in Calgary for a couple of weeks, caught up on some appointments because I knew I was going to change my plans. I went back to Ontario to spend some time with my father-in-law. Also worked in the visit for my son on the way there and on the way back from visiting with my father-in-law. So I'm going to fast forward my videos up to when I left Calgary the second time. And I'm going to start off with my Elk Island National Park because I had an amazing second day with herds of bison. So stay tuned. Well, let's get back on the road.